I make dumb money through smart moves. Hyper dumb plus that's smart shoes. Grade A, smart fuel. iPad 3, that's smart too. Reservations, no suit. Tell them pencil me in like a cartoon. All black shades in my watch too. Never inside with the drop roof. Miami, vacay.
You're listening to Internal Affairs, produced by Howard University student-run radio station WHBC. If you're just tuning in, we're having a great conversation about obscenity in the music industry. Before the break, Dominique and I discussed music from the past versus the present. Now we're going to get into the obscenity found in today's music. Joining us in the station to discuss their views is three very special guests: upcoming artist Emmanuel Simms, upcoming singer Charmaine Antoine from Puffy Pocket Boys, an upcoming DC rap group. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Appreciate that.
Now, if you could please just go down the line, starting with Overtime, about something about yourself and your position in music.
Hey, what's going on, all your listeners? It's your boy Emmanuel Simms. I'm an upcoming pop rap sensation, if I can. I just really love making good music, and I really just want people to know who I am as a person, you know, so they can feel me more than the music, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm just out here doing me, living.
I see you. Okay, Charmaine.
Hey everybody, my name is Charmaine. I'm an upcoming singer, and I've always had a passion for music. I started off playing the violin when I was 5, and then just progressed into me singing and finding myself through my voice, and I just want to share it with everyone.
All right, Twan.
Hello world, it's Twang, 1/3 of up and coming rap group, Puffy Pocket Boys from Washington DC. I rap. I don't like to call myself a rapper. I like to call myself an artist, because I don't just rap. I produce a little bit of videography too. So, artist.
All right. Well, I see you guys. Got your foot in the door so far. I see you. Well, since we're talking about music, what is your personal opinions on how obscene the music industry is today? I mean, we got, in terms of R&B and hip hop, some, I don't want to say ratchet, but some things that are a little explicit going on now in our generation. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, call it like it is. There's a lot of ratchet stuff that's out. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. I respect anybody that's making $1 off their craft, because it's art at the end of the day, But I think some people do take it a little too far, but I don't knock them, because some people, that's just their way of expression. So, you can't get upset because somebody may have had a bad day and just wanted to say the F word. Or wanted to call somebody a B. She might have been acting like that at the time. It could be an adjective. It may not always be a bad thing. She might be a bad B. So some people, it's all about the audience and who's listening, depending on who the demographic is.
Now, Overtime, since you just gave us that, I liked what you said, but at the same time, do you feel that even if you're using those words as an adjective or things like that is correct ever? Even if that person is acting like that, you should still not use those type of words. Like, when did you think this no filter rule began?
Well, actually, the no filter rule has been out for years, forever, since the beginning of time. It's always been no filter. They're actually just trying to filter things. I think some people take things a little personal. Like me, I'm not gonna sit there and call anybody a B, to their face or behind their back, because I respect people. But like I said, it's at the end of the day, it's art. Because you can say the B word, and we all know it means female dog or whatever, and you can say it in any form of meaning. I mean, it's just about how you say it. Like, if somebody used to call me the N word, depending on how they say it, I may get offended. I've had a black person call me the N word in a very disrespectful way, and I got offended. So it's all about how you say it and how you mean it.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, I just feel that nowadays it's getting to a point where, I feel like back in the day it was a purpose behind it. I feel like, we were obscene because we were angry, we were trying to tell a message, we were trying to tell a story. And now I feel like, it's just, free for all. I just feel like saying it because I can. I mean, do you think there's a reason behind the blunt style of music that we hear nowadays, or are they just, doing them?
I definitely think it's a reason, and I hope nobody gets offended by me saying this, but if you do, I do apologize that you got offended. The knowledge that people have nowadays is so low. People are ignorant. The listeners, a lot of the listeners are ignorant, and they're not intelligent enough to adapt to someone using a larger word or a larger vocabulary. So the rappers are dumbing down so they can please their audience. Like I said, it's all about the demographic. If all the people that are listening to somebody, an artist that all he does is cuss and say dumb stuff or ratchet stuff, that's because the audience is preferring, that's what they want. So why not pay yourself or get paid?
Now, Charmaine, being that you are a female and a singer, how do you feel that your style of music and what you do fits into this topic?
Well, see, I didn't use profanity in my music, and I don't talk about like extreme like obscenity, but I feel as though there's a time and place for everything, and you should always, like he said, know your demographic, know who you're talking to, because some people, you know, accept that kind of language and some people don't, so you have to, you know, be respectful and be attentive and know who you're talking to.
Okay, now, Twan, are you from DC?
Yes, I'm from DC.
Okay,
Born and raised.
okay, me too. So I feel you on that. Whoop, whoop, DC, stand up. So now I know for us, we come from a culture where, in my mind, these type of words have always been accepted.
Right.
So how do you think that us using these type of words make, you know, I guess people from our area feel about ourselves?
I mean, it depends. For instance, like the B word, in this day and age, it's sad to say, but if you call a female a bitch, depending on the female, if you put a bad in front of it, she'll be okay with that.
I mean, I just feel like in terms of just how women are represented and men too, I mean, it's not the same. I feel like it's progressing, especially in the past. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but in the past, I feel like decade, we have like just jumped into, you know, a free-for-all. We're very comfortable with, you know, explicit language, explicit clothing, and just our style is just like, you know, but it's a bold thing. It's a confidence thing. That's how we look at it. But I mean, sometimes I feel like that imagery could affect the way we look at ourselves, you know, like you said. You know, put the word bad in front of it and it's all right, you know, but, you know, how does that affect, you know, we're older, but what about the younger kids and stuff like that? I mean, do you feel like artists today are lacking, like, a sense of responsibility in terms of what they say?
I think so, because, like, myself as an artist, when I first came up, I'm 21 now. Coming up, I was doing a lot of stuff, like traveling, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. My audience was the tweens, the teenagers, the 12, the 13, 15, whatever. I had to be careful with everything I did. I was performing at churches. I had to be careful with who I was hanging with, what I posted, what it is. So, like, speaking of that word bad, you can use bad in a way, you know what I mean, without saying the B word. Like, I got a song out right now on iTunes. Make sure you go download it. It's called She's Bad. It's called She Bad, you know what I mean, by Overtime Sounds Time for a while. And it's basically uplifting the women that, you know, that are out there, and you don't have to curse at them. You don't have to call them, yeah, you a fine, you a hoe, you don't gotta do all that. You can tell a woman that she's beautiful and that she can be whatever she wanna be and use other words because they need to hear it from another perspective. Like she said, she's from DC, she's used to that, you know, but just because you're used to something don't make it okay.
Right.
Like I said, it's all about who you targeting, but at the same time, if you can make music for the entire level of everyone or whatever the case may be, people may act like they wanna hear it just because their friends wanna hear it. They may not want to hear it. I grew up without a father. When I talk about not having a dad, I'm talking about it's not a bad thing. That's my strong point. That's what I use as my drive. And that's what I'm saying. People can you can turn it around. Jay-Z don't talk about that stuff anymore. He turned it around. Now he's talking about how he came up and how he's making money off of it. You know, he switched it around. And that's what it is. When you get knowledge, you take it to a next level and you just use it to manipulate the situation. But, yeah.
Preach. Tell them.
Did you want to piggyback off that one or have anything?
Wow.
I mean, he really went in, so that's like, I don't really know if there's anything else to add to. I totally agree. What about you, Charmaine?
I mean, you know, you hit the nail on the head, but I mean, it's like, you know, we shouldn't, like, especially us as women, we shouldn't, you know, like, shouldn't settle for, like, something that you're more of, you know, like, you should just, I don't know, you should just have standards, you know? Well, not you personally, but, you know, we should have standards as women, and some things should just not be tolerated.
I totally agree, and I definitely, like you said, I think it really kicks in as you grow older and you get to learn different things. But we have to take a short break.